Welcome back. We're at the Chhatrapati Shivaji Sports City in Balewadi, Pune, the venue for the inaugural race of the Volkswagen JK Tyre Polo Cup India 2010. Perfect setting in a street circuit. That's what greets the 21 drivers shortlisted to take part in the Volkswagen JK Tyre Polo Cup. And let's find out who these young 21 challengers are going to be.
Polisetti, age 22 years.
Saran Vikram, age 20.
Vishnu Prasad, age 17.
Hi, I'm Karthik Shankar.
Sahil Shelar, age 20.
And this is what the grid looks like for the first ever Volkswagen JK Tyre Polo Cup race. It's Sailesh Bolasetti, the 22-year-old engineering student from Vizag, who's on pole position, and a packed grid of 21 drivers. And they're off! Boy, oh boy, this is going to be quite a sight, especially for all the people who gathered at Balewadi to watch this street circuit race. And really a perfect setting indeed for the Volkswagen JK Tyre Polo Cup. Coming around the first bend, it's a healthy start for Sailesh Bolasetti. It seems as if all the experience that he's garnered in racing in the saloon class category of the JK Tyre National Racing Championship is actually helping him here. Remember, he was half a second quicker than the rest of the drivers in qualifying, and I think he's just carrying on from where he left off. He is off in a jiffy. I think that lead that he's got is at least about 3 seconds as he comes around the straight. Remember, there are 12 turns on this circuit, which is about 2.01 kilometers in length in terms of laps. And really, these young drivers are going to be doing 15 laps of this circuit to complete a full distance. And let's see who's going to emerge a winner at the end of this race. But it does promise a lot of action. And Sailesh Bolasetti definitely is the one who's in the lead. He's much quicker than the rest of them. Coming around, of course, is Saran Vikram, Karthik Shankar. You've got Sahil Shelar, the Mumbai lad, as well in the fray. Wonder if he can spring a surprise or two. But for the moment, there's no stopping Sailesh Bolasetti. Remember, in the Super Saloons, he's been the protege of Radha Selvaraj, another seasoned campaigner who's been around the circuit in India as far as saloon car racing is concerned. He's learned a trick or two from him, and that really is showing up at the moment. He's not a very old lad, remember, just 22 years old, and he is showing that he has got the mettle to race with the best in this category. Coming back and talking a little about the Volkswagen Polo Cup. It's a race that's actually held across different countries. The Polo Cup in 7 different countries. Of course, India now being added on. In Germany, we've already had a couple of Indian drivers take part in the ADAC Volkswagen Polo Cup held there last year. One of them was Ashwin Sundar, the Chennai lad. The other one, of course, Aditya Patel, son of the legendary Kamlesh Patel. And those two came across as very, very good drivers in that category, racing with the best in the world. But getting back to the race at the moment, it seems to be a one-horse race. Sailesh Bolasetti is still in the lead. Saran Vikram is in second spot at the moment, and he's holding on to that own. The fight, if it's on, is only for the second spot, because you got Saran there, Karthik Shankar in the fray, and Vishnu Prasad also looking to challenge. Of course, he's fallen off the pace at the moment, but let's see if he can catch up. Boy, oh boy, in fact, Vishnu is in the 5th place at the moment as they come around for the final time on the straight. It's Sailesh Bolasetti who takes the checkered flag and notches up a win in the first ever Volkswagen JK Tyre Polo Cup.
It's a great car. The Volkswagen team has done a great job. The car has given no problem at all. It was a fantastic race. It was a bit risky, but still, if you know how to drive, it's the track to drive actually. It's the best track in India right now. I feel this is the best track. It was a great experience. Again, it's a diesel car, so my experience doesn't relevant. I mean, it's not much relevant here because I've driven petrol cars and normal road tires. These are slick tires, so the handling is different. The car setup is different. We're not allowed to touch the car. It's the factory car which you have to drive.
Proud moment indeed for the 3 podium finishers. And of course, they received their trophies from Professor Heisman, board member Volkswagen. Definitely a proud moment indeed for Karthik Shankar, the Delhi lad who's finished 3rd. Saran Vikram of Chennai has come in second. Had a good race, but I think was just a couple of fraction of a second behind Sailesh Bolasetti in the end, who notches up a very comfortable win. Notching up the best lap time as well, Sailesh Bolasetti of 1 minute 36.181 seconds at the street circuit in Balewadi.
The late afternoon brings with it the final race of the day here in the Chekita Volkswagen Polo Cup. Now the starting grid here is based on the winning results of the previous race, which means that Sailesh Bolasetti is once again on pole position. I wonder, can he keep it going?
Right, it's Sailesh Bolasetti who starts off on pole position once again on this race weekend. What a first race he had, notched up a win. Saran Vikram had finished second in race 1 and therefore P2, that's the position for him on the grid for this second race. Kartik Shankar of Delhi starts off in third position for this race. And then, of course, you've got the man who finished fourth, Vishnu Prasad, had a good race as well. In fifth position, right behind Vishnu is Sahil Shella, a lad from Mumbai. Of course, Pune, per se, could be almost like second home for him. And that's the top 10 for you. Look down at Mohammad Fahad Kutty. Remember, got a time penalty of 15 seconds in the first race, did Mohammad Fahad Kutty. And that's the reason why I finished so low down in the order. Finished 6th in the first race. Can he notch up a good race here in race 2? They're off. And let's see what happens here. Sailesh Bolasetti has got a clean road ahead of him. He is off in a jiffy, albeit the others aren't too far behind. I have to say, Saran Vikram has gotten off to a pretty decent start, so too. Oh, in fact, look at Kartik Shankar go. He has had a fantastic start. He's just shot ahead of Saran Vikram right as they headed into C1. Boy, what happened to Saran Vikram there? I thought he was off the marks in a flash. But Kartik Shankar was a lot quicker and he is in second place at the moment. Boy, Saran probably just a little slow on the offtake, and great driving by Kartik, seizing the opportunity. But still, he's some distance away from Sailesh Bolasetti, who is comfortably in the lead. Look at Vishnu Prasad go now. The fourth car, the black car that you just saw a moment ago, was Vishnu Prasad in car number 7, and he is hot on the trail of Saran Vikram. Oh, this is turning out to be a lot closer this time around in the second race as compared to the first. Remember, 2.01 kilometers, the distance per lap as they come around the bend here. These drivers doing very well. That corner could be a trifle distracting for some of the drivers with the tire barricading coming through, but you've got to be very, very quick in your reflexes. 12 turns in all on this track, so the drivers need to know it by like the back of their hands. Remember, it's the first time that these drivers are racing competitively at this street circuit in Balewadi in Pune. So it's not really like they're racing in Chennai or Coimbatore, where they know the circuit so comfortably. They know it, having raced there in different categories over the years. This is a new terrain comparatively. Who can adapt to it better? We'll have to wait and watch. But as we speak, you've got Vishnu Prasad coming in right at the top corner of your screen. And there you see him. Oh, he's in third place. But what has he done? Oh, that's the corner I was talking about. You had the tire barricading there. And I think he just completely misjudged the corner. A sharp swerve to the right. I think also trying to avoid the curb on the left as he came around the straight with great speed. And that little error has cost him, I think, 3 places at least. No problems for Sailesh Bolasetti though. He's comfortably in the lead. Remember, 15 laps are what these drivers are doing. And at the moment, it doesn't really seem that Sailesh Bolasetti is in any worry whatsoever. Coming right behind him is Kartik Shankar, a very distant second, I dare say. There seems to be at least a 5 or 6 second gap now between Sailesh and Kartik. Just as you come around this bend, down the straight. Now, this could be a braking hazard, as Vishnu Prasad found out, much to his disappointment. And that's where drivers have got to be really careful. You've got to choose your driving line well. And Sailesh Bolasetti has been doing that very well as he takes the checkered flag. 2 back-to-back wins for Sailesh Bolasetti. Great result. Kartik Shankar comes in second.
Feels great. I had a good start. I just ran away from the other bunch. It was a little tough for the first few laps. The car was too slippery. And from the 4th lap, I guess I got a good lead and I was enjoying the race. Yeah, it's very hot, so the car is sliding. We have to go a little slower and we have to brake earlier. We have to be careful because there are tire barriers on the end. There's no runoff area. It have to be a careful race, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. This Pune track is actually a new track for everyone. So right now, actually, I think it's how fast you can adapt to the track, because we had only 15 laps on the track. The practice was only for 15 laps. So it's like how good we can do in 15 laps without knowing the track. Finally I made it, happy about it.
60 points in the kitty from the race weekend for Sailesh Bolasetti. Spare a thought though for Mohammad Fahad Kutty. He was penalised 15 seconds for overtaking on a yellow flag in race 1 and missed out on the podium finish. But he's there in the second race. Well done. As the winners are congratulated by Mr. Chris Neeson along with Mr. Mueller and of course also present Professor Heisman of Volkswagen.